Hello everyone. Hi. I'm gonna put some MSC in the background. Wait, thank you. Wait.
The training was tough, and I had a sore butt for weeks. But 3 months later, when I competed in the tournament, I actually came in third. And suddenly, I was the newcomer everyone was noticing. Sure, people just called me Nora's sister at first, but as I kept doing well in matches, more of them knew my name. But I really wasn't looking forward to Nora's modeling. I was awkward, and I didn't have star quality like Nora. After her styling team worked on me, though, I was stunned at the results. I'd never
This is
felt
the sticker so far.
And clearly, others thought so too. I was receiving a lot of attention on social media, and at school, I was being treated like a completely different person. This is how people saw Nora, and I had to admit, it felt good.
Wow, I'm gonna need an appointment soon to talk to you.
Yeah, but I'll always make time for you. What do you think of my new look?
There wasn't anything wrong with it before, but
That's good.
For the first time, I felt like he wasn't seeing me as Nora's little sister, and it sent my heart racing.
Bella, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yeah?
Do you think it's a good time to tell Nora I'm in love with her? I have been for years, but she's never been clear about her feelings. And I just need to know now.
My heart suddenly sank. What was I thinking? Of course. You should tell her how you feel. She'd be a moron for not loving you back. Jeremy grinned and kissed me on the cheek and then walked off happily. A few days later, I came home to see Jeremy rushing out of our house, wiping tears on his sleeve.
I was a fool to think Nora ever liked me. She said she's never seen me as more than a friend, and she never will.
He stormed off, and I felt so mad at Nora for leading him on all this time. I didn't see her till later at dinner, and it looked like she'd been crying, but Mom looked really excited.
Bella, I have such amazing news. You've been selected as one of the best newcomers to participate in the tournament in London. This will open international doors for you, darling.
I knew it had always been Nora's dream to compete in Europe. As Mom went on and on, Nora suddenly swiped half the dishes off the table. It should have been me, but you've stolen everything from me. Nora, I only started competing because of you and Mom. Oh, shut up. You've always wanted everything I've had. Congratulations. Now you have it. That's not true. Oh, you wanted Jeremy too? I've seen how you look at him with your puppy eyes. It's embarrassing. Well, it looks like he and I aren't friends anymore, so you're welcome to have him too. That's enough. You know what, Nora? Maybe I did want to know what it felt like to be you, but I've realized
to know
that I'm
what's
just
yours.
as talented and beautiful.
Wait, let's pause
You're
this.
just better.
What's your art style inspired by? It's inspired by Thundercats Roar from Cartoon Network.
Getting whatever you want without caring for anyone's feelings. You've misled Jeremy, and you've always made me feel small. And now I will go to London, and I won't feel bad about it, because it has nothing to do with you. Only me and my talent. Jeremy didn't turn up to school the next few days, and then I found out that he'd left the city to stay with his real dad. For good. He hadn't even bothered to say goodbye. And a week later, I left for London. I won first prize in the
DiGiorno fully stuffed crust pizza.
DiGiorno.
Cheese, it's not delivery.
It's DiGiorno.
The pen is drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever.
tournament, and it opened so many opportunities for me. Mom decided that I'd finish high school in London while I kept competing for more championships. I heard Nora was back to training, but she and I didn't talk anymore, and I was enjoying my new life away from her. A year later, I was at the subway station when I spotted someone from a distance who looked exactly like Jeremy. I pushed through the crowd and followed him as he climbed onto the train, and I managed to hop on just as the doors closed. He looked shocked to see me, and we both hugged and laughed. It turned out that he'd joined a university in London.
I had no idea you were here too.
Of course you didn't. You left without a word and never kept in touch.
That was wrong, but I just needed to get away. I'm sorry, and I've missed you.
Jeremy and I started hanging out really often over the next few months, and I was happy to have him back in my life. But I kept my feelings in check. I didn't want to fall for him again. On New Year's Eve, Jeremy invited me to a party at his friend's place, and we had the most amazing night dancing away. We all counted down to midnight, and he turned to me with a smile.
Happy New Year, Bella.
And then he kissed me, and the whole world just faded. But then I pulled away suddenly. I started to walk away.
Bella, wait. Did I do something wrong?
No, nothing. I just have to go.
Please, stop. I've been wanting to tell you for a while now. I think I'm in love with you.
Nora turned you down, so you thought you'd settle for me now? As a consolation prize? I've always been second best to Nora in everything, but not anymore. I refused to answer Jeremy's calls or texts.
Hi!
But then one evening, I got the most unexpected call from Nora. She said she was throwing Mom a big party for
Hold
her
a sec,
birthday
guys.
that weekend, and she wanted me to attend.
Yeah?
Plus, you haven't even seen my new training school yet.
What school?
I gave up racing, Bella. My leg's not good enough anymore. But I decided I couldn't stay angry forever, and I had to find another dream. I train other riders on our ranch now. Anyway, I hope you come. I felt both sad and happy to hear that, and I decided it was time to go home and see her. 2 days later, as I was leaving with my bags, I bumped into Jeremy right outside my place.
Before you say anything, please listen to me. Yes, I loved Nora for years, but being away from her made me realize that we weren't right for each other. We're better off as friends. And you're not second best to anyone, Bella. If you don't love me, I can accept that. But I just had to tell you how I feel. I love you.
Jeremy, I love you too, you idiot. As he pulled me close, he suddenly noticed my luggage.
Wait, where are you going?
To see Nora. I need to fix things with her.
I'm coming with you.
I was born in a super rich family who owned a chain of restaurants. We pretty much had everything you could imagine, except peace. My dad was a bad-tempered man who threw tantrums over the smallest things. Mom was soft-hearted and hardly ever spoke back. But my biggest problem was my bratty sister, Ariel, who was 2 years younger than me and 10 times worse than my dad. Once when I was 8, my parents took us to a wedding, and I was playing with my cousins when I spotted Ariel being
I'm
mean
back.
to a little boy whose family was poor. She snatched his lollipop, and he started crying.
You can't eat that because you're ugly.
Ariel, give it back now!
No!
Just then, the boy's mom came and started shouting at Ariel, who went screaming to Dad and complained to him. And of course, he defended her. How dare you yell at my daughter? She's saying the lollipop is hers, and she would never steal from anyone. But Dad, I was right here. I saw her. Ian, this is your sister. You should be on her side, not this poor...
I can explain why I'm watching MSA. It's because, I have an excuse. Well, it's on again, guys. I can explain why I'm watching MSA. It's because, I have an excuse. well, it's on again, guys. I'm back. Sorry.
Boys, Dad and Ariel
I'm
were
back.
two peas in a pod, and it was no
Oh,
wonder they loved
hello.
her more than me. And she always found a way to get me into trouble. Like in the 5th grade, when Ariel joined my school, my parents asked me to look out for her on her first day, and I did exactly that. But as we were waiting for our car to pick us up,
Ignore that I'm watching
around
MSA,
and saw she
honestly,
was gone.
because
I looked for her everywhere in the school,
it's
but I couldn't
cute-
find her.
it's-
Feeling
it's
panicked,
entertaining
I had a
for
school teacher
my
call parents,
tism
and
brain.
soon after they arrived, Ariel came running from somewhere and flew into my dad's arms.
Mommy, Daddy,
It's so stupid, but it's entertaining.
I was so scared.
Thank you.
I was
Thank you for
stunned how
welcoming
wicked she was.
me back.
What? No, I didn't. Stop lying, Ariel. She cried even louder. And
The
Dad started
background
yelling.
color is gonna be black.
Mom took my side.
Calm down, Steve. Maybe he's telling the
Actually,
truth.
no. I'm gonna
Ariel
do
is
the
only
white.
7 years old. I don't think she knows how to lie yet. It's him. I was grounded for a whole month because of the stunt my sister pulled. She grew up to be the same wicked witch, and I became quiet and
Witch.
withdrawn from my family. I focused on doing well at school, and since I loved computers, I spent a lot of time teaching myself about them. I always thought I was a nerd.
Throws tantrum.
Getting
No!
attention from girls in the 10th
That
grade.
looks so good.
Even
Thank
Ariel's
you.
friends were always staring at me and giggling.
What did
which
you
was
use to
kinda
make
creepy.
this? I used
Studying for a
Procreate.
test. Ariel had some friends over, and they were
To
playing
draw,
music so loudly
but it
that
costs
I could hardly
money.
focus. I decided to go for a run, but just as I was changing my shirt, a girl flung open the door and stood staring at me.
Oops, I thought this was the bathroom.
You've been to our house before, and wouldn't you still knock?
You're so funny.
She giggled for no reason, and then Ariel came up behind her, grinning,
Where are you off to?
running away because you girls are so noisy.
We'll be quiet, only if you agree to date my friend here.
What? I'm not doing that. I'm sure she's just like you. I ran away from there as fast as I could. When I returned, I found
Damn!
Ariel crying in my room. Such a drama queen.
Bites.
Why can't you?
My best friend has been so depressed since her parents got divorced. She's always crying and sniffling, and it's so annoying. Ugh, her puffy eyes are so ugly. I can't be seen with her.
Ugly.
So please date her and cheer her up.
Ugly.
I reluctantly agreed.
Bro, these ads.
Just so they both leave me alone after that. So the next day after school, I said I'd meet her friend at a nearby milkshake shop. And when I got there, Ariel was also with her. Weirdest date ever. We ordered our drinks. And then this
The
girl from my
road's so
history class
stupid.
called Elsa came with our milkshakes. Ariel took one sip of her drink and spat it out.
Ew, I said bubble gum,
Ew.
not strawberry. You must be extra stupid for getting it wrong.
And then she threw the glass on the floor.
I use
and told
Alex
Elsa
paint
to
and
pick it
it's
up.
free. Why
Have
do
you lost your
people like...
mind? You can't treat people like this.
Dad is so right about you. Being a softie will get you nowhere, brother. And you, stupid girl, don't
Bro, shut your booty.
milkshake.
You're pathetic. I ran after Elsa to check if she was okay. And I found her crying in the back alley.
No
I'm
cry,
so sorry about my sister.
boo-boo.
She's a real piece of work.
Yeah, it's not the first time she's done this.
But you shouldn't allow her to bully you like this.
I have no choice. My boss says customers come first, and I can't afford to lose this job. It pays my school fees.
I didn't know much about Elsa, because she always hid her face behind her long hair, and never spoke in class. And because of what my sister did, I offered to buy her lunch at school. When I sat with her in the cafeteria the next day, the entire school had their eyes on us, because this was the first time I was seen with some girl. While we talked, she kept looking down, and suddenly, I lifted her chin up gently, and pushed her
got
hair behind
riz.
her ears. I was amazed at how beautiful she was. Wow, you're lovely. You shouldn't hide your face like that.
Thank you. You're the first person here who's been this nice to me. But I think people are looking at you, wondering
Yeah,
if
it
some
doesn't
rich
make a
and
full
handsome guy
circle
like you
most
is
of the
sitting with a
time.
waitress.
I couldn't care less about what they're thinking, but they're probably all looking at you. I started hanging out with her every day and found myself falling for her fast. I like how Elsa was gentle and soft-spoken, but she also had a fun, quirky side that was
Quirky.
appealing. But one evening when I got home, Dad was waiting for me in the living room with Ariel by his side. Your sister tells me you're dating some poor girl. Is this true? Ariel is crazy. How do you judge a person without even knowing where they're from?
Because she's a waitress, stupid.
You're stupid because you keep poking your nose in my
Because she's a
business.
waitress,
Just then, Mom walked in
stupid.
after some errands, and Dad told her to make him tea. Mom just walked into the house, and you're already giving her orders?
It's okay, Ian. I don't mind.
No, Mom, it's not okay. These two are always bullying us around, and now they're telling me who I can and can't date?
That's because this girl he likes is a gold digger.
Bro, shut
Force
up.
us by being with some beggar. What will people think? That sounds like your problem, because I don't care. And guess what? She's coming over for dinner this weekend, and you will be nice to her. If you don't agree, Dad, I will drop out of school and move out. Find another son to help you with the business. Dad knew that I was smarter than his precious daughter, and he needed me to take over his business one day, so he had no choice but to give in. The next day when I invited Elsa over, she looked gorgeous and really nervous.
I'm so scared to meet your parents.
Don't worry, you'll be just fine. They'll love you. Mom did seem to, but Dad and Ariel glared at her. So, Ella, is it?
Elsa, sir.
What do your parents do?
I don't have parents. I live with my grandmother, and I take care of her. So, basically, you're poor. Ariel, that's very rude.
I kicked my sister under the table, and she cried out angrily and stormed out of the room.
The sound
Sometime
effect!
Elsa excused herself to go to the bathroom, and Mom told her it was upstairs. She was gone for a while, so I decided to check on her. And I stopped short when I found her in my parents' room, opening Mom's jewelry box. Elsa, what are you doing here?
Ian, you startled me. And, oh, this isn't what it looks like. I promise. Your sister came out of your parents' bedroom, shoved this diamond ring in my hand, and told me to leave. She ran off before I could say anything, so I just came here to put it back. I don't know what's going on. Liar!
We turned around to see Ariel in the doorway.
She's lying. I never gave her the ring. Mom, Dad, we have a thief in the house.
Shut up, Ariel! But the two had already come up running, and Elsa looked scared out of her wits.
Check her bag. I'm telling you, she's a thief.
Ariel suddenly snatched Elsa's bag, and as it fell to the ground, a lot of Mom's jewelry fell out. I didn't know what to think. Get out of our house before we call the police. Elsa
Shut
I was too
up!
shocked to even run after her.
Bites
She needed money
again.
so badly.
Bro, why are you biting?
There had to be some reason she felt she had to
No
steal,
bite.
but I never
No
saw her
bite.
again. She just didn't come to school after that. And when I asked the school admin, they told me she transferred to another school.
Brain
Ariel
dead.
and her friend were over the moon.
My friend is still available if you want to date her.
No, thank you. And you should focus on school. Your math teacher spoke to me today and told me you're failing badly.
Oh, I'm the most beautiful girl in this school. And I don't think I'm going to use math in my modeling career.
Ariel did fail high school. And for
So
the first time, Dad was so disappointed in her. She couldn't get a job anywhere, not even as a model. So she ended up working as a waitress in one of Dad's restaurants, where I was the manager. I had so much fun bossing her around.
Good.
Ariel, the customers are waiting.
Well, do something about it.
I'm the manager. Go see to the customers now.
Daddy, Ian's being mean to me.
He's just doing his job. So please do yours. I'm only doing you a favor because you're not a very good waitress. Ariel looked ready to explode, and suddenly, she threw her tray at the wall.
Oh, so Ian's your favorite child now? Dad, how about we tell him about the time you plotted with me to get rid of his girlfriend, Elsa?
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. Dad asked me to slip Mom's jewelry into Elsa's bag. Duh. And he also found out where she lived and gave her grandmother money to take Elsa to another school.
I couldn't believe my ears. I looked at Dad for answers, but he didn't show an ounce of guilt. Yeah, so? I only did it for you, Ian. There are plenty of girls out there.
Wish you knew
Meow.
the Tiny Cats Innovation Lab does. Introducing our latest litterventions. Tidy Care Alert for health monitoring and Tidy Care Comfort for cat preferred coffee. Tidy Care, made from Tidy Cats.
Fuel up, turn up. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
And I didn't want you to be tracked by a poor one. I quit my job that very moment, and before I moved out of the house, Mom gave me a check for a huge amount of money.
Ian, I've been saving up money secretly for years, and I want you to have this. Use it wisely, son.
Mom, thank you so much. And you're coming with me.
Sweetheart, I have more money saved. And now that you kids are old enough, I'm leaving your father and moving to Bali. It's time I lived my life.
I'm so happy for you, Mom. I used the money to start my own IT company, which became very successful over the years. The only thing missing in my life was love. Then one day at the grocery store, I was standing in line at the counter when I spotted a black-haired girl ahead of me. It was Elsa. The cashier was telling her that her card wasn't working, and she looked really bothered. How much is it? I'll pay. Elsa turned around and stared at me in shock, and then she looked mad.
No need. I'll come and buy these things later.
She left her grocery cart and walked off quickly, and I followed. Elsa, please wait.
Go away, Ian. I don't need your help. I'm not poor now, by the way. Something just went wrong with my card. I know what my family did.
I know, and I'm so sorry. Look, you don't have to forgive me or have anything to do with me. I'd just like to help you out right now. Let me pay, please.
But if I won, if you bite, there will be consequences. No, I can't bite. I have a My cat,
Later, I was watching TV alone when I heard
keeps
the
trying to
doorbell.
steal my
And I was
water.
shocked to find Elsa standing there. Elsa, you're the last person I was expecting.
I felt I owed you dinner as a thank you for the other day. And I just wanted to say that I forgive you. Everyone deserves a second chance, right? So here, I'm giving you one.
Her smile made my heart skip a beat. And I
Broke
brushed my
the
hair from my
eyes!
face. You're still the most beautiful girl I've ever met.
Tell your friends, your sister, brother, and mom to subscribe now. I was born to filthy rich parents and a sister who was 5 years older than me, Angela. And I discovered early on in my life that they just weren't very nice people. Like once when I was 5, we were all walking out of a shopping mall when suddenly a lady holding grocery bags tripped over something and fell face forward. I ran to see if she was okay, but my parents and Angela burst out laughing. Why are you guys laughing?
It was so funny the way she fell.
No, it wasn't.
You must have missed her face.
Biting
As she went flying.
I started laughing again. I felt so mad as I helped the lady gather
Blake is
herself.
going through.
She quickly walked away looking embarrassed. My family could be such a bunch of jerks. They weren't even nice to people related to them. When I was in
Biting back to
my sister
part
came by one day and asked her for help.
I can't even make rent this month.
If I lend you money once, you'll just keep asking for more. Why don't you get off your lazy butt and go get a job?
I work too.
No, go get a job.
I mean a real job. I'm sorry, sis, but we really don't have extra to spare. We just put a lot of money into our vacation home in Italy. My aunt had a daughter my
Italy.
age, and I signaled her to follow me quietly. I took her to my room and gave her all the money I'd saved in my piggy bank. She hugged me tight and said she hadn't had anything to eat properly in 2 days. So I snuck down to the kitchen and filled her backpack with food, and she was so happy. But Mom found out, and they were banned from ever coming by again. And I was grounded. For what? Being nice? Angela wasn't much better than Mom and Dad. She was spoiled and rude, but she never got grounded. I just stayed out of their way as much as I could because she could be really
I
mean,
finished the
especially when
sticker.
she
I
followed
just need to put my
crazy orders,
signature.
like sorting out her 900 pairs of shoes or cleaning her insanely messy room. All my parents cared about was making money, so they hardly paid attention to me and Angela growing up. But I was pretty popular in school. I was that go-to girl whenever anyone needed help with their homework, or if they didn't have lunch money, they'd come to me, and I really liked that. One day in 10th grade, I was walking down the hallway and I saw a bunch of girls from class surrounding a girl, and they seemed to be mocking her. Hey, what's going on here? Are you guys bullying the new girl? Oh, we're not bullying. You know, we just like to have fun with the newbies. It doesn't look like she's having fun. So how about you guys back off? I thought we had a deal. I help you with your math homework, and you don't bug anyone. The girls walked away, and I helped the new girl pick up her bag and things lying around on the floor. Thanks a lot for that. They were making fun of my Hello Kitty bag.
No, you guys made
Nothing wrong
Blake
at all. My name
cry.
was Shirley. She wasn't in my class.
I'm taking away your Brie and Lionel sticker privileges. Okay, I'm gonna go make the Kickstarter sticker thingy, and yeah, thank you for watching.